Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this, the third lecture in the series in honour of Sir Geoffrey Chandler, who many of us regard as the founder of the business and human rights movement, if you like. Geoffrey, unfortunately, can't be with us this evening. He's recovering slowly, sadly, from a knee operation, but he sends you all his very best wishes and is very pleased that this event is taking place. So this is the third in the series for the Business and Human Rights Resource Centre, which most of you know mainly by its website, and as you know, as you've been watching progress of the website, going from strength to strength in what it's doing, and we'll be hearing more about that in a little bit during the evening. Anyway, welcome to everyone. I would like to just point out one or two people, just so you've got the chance to say hello to them afterwards, because there is a small reception to take place on that side, through that door over there afterwards, and you'll be welcome to stay behind to talk to people. Chris Avery will be saying a few words a little later. For those of you who don't know him, wave your hand, Chris. We've got two or three of our regional researchers here this evening. Abiola, where are you? Abiola from Nigeria, but we're operating out of South Africa at the moment. Aliou Diouf from Francophone Africa, also be able to speak to him. Maurizio Lazala from Colombia. Where are you, Maurizio? We're over there managing the sound. So he's another chap for you to see, and various other members of the team as well. In order to maximize the time for our speakers and the question and answer, I'm not going to hang about. It's just my job to try and keep you all to time. I've been told we're due to end at 7:45, but if the questions are really fast and furious, as they well may be, I've got license to allow things to go on till 8. But between 7:45 and 8 is what we're aiming for. So, over to you, Chris.
Welcome. Earlier this year, I was sitting in a Parliament conference room observing a session of the Joint Committee on Human Rights. The committee was conducting an inquiry on business and human rights, and the expert speaking that day was Professor John Ruggie, who's the United Nations Special Representative on Business and Human Rights. One of the committee members asked Professor Ruggie the question, what would you say if a company argues that traditional corporate social responsibility is enough, that there really is no reason to pay any special attention to human rights? And Professor Ruggie's answer was $27 billion. And he said, that is how I would respond to the company. That is how much is being claimed in a lawsuit brought against Chevron in Ecuador for human rights and environmental abuses allegedly committed by Texaco, which Chevron now owns. And the reason I recount that story is just to make the point that the cases that Martyn and Paul have been working on are very important in and of themselves, but they're also very important because they send a signal to all corporations that a company nowadays ignores human rights at its peril. Before I sit down, I want to recognize the IT firm that helps us day in and day out develop our website, introduce new features, and introduce new portals. One of the directors is here tonight. Anya, could you stand? Anya McGuire. The name of the firm is JamKit. The parent firm is Blue Fountain, and we're very appreciative of all the help they've given to us, doing an excellent job. Finally, some of the individuals and foundations that support our work are here this evening. I'm not going to force you to stand, but just to thank each of you for making our work on business and human rights possible. And a final thanks to Kitty Hung, who runs the London Marathon in order to raise money for the Resource Center. And back to you, Chris.